Hi guys, good evening. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we'll be focusing on HTML. So this is going to be a HTML crash course, and we'll be running through HTML. So what is HTML? HTML is short for hypertext markup language. So it is a markup language. It is not a programming language. So it is a markup language in the sense that it does not perform any task. Yes, so for most programming languages, they perform tasks when you write them. When you run them, they perform tasks. But HTML is just a markup language, so it's just there. It's just static. It does not really perform any tasks. So it is used in front-end development. Yeah, so what is front-end development? Front-end development, this is the part of the this is basically building the website, building the part of the website that you can see and interact with. You as the client goes to a site and you can see, oh, I can see some buttons, I can see input, I can see different things. All these things that you can see are the things that you can interact with. So these are the front-end components. So HTML is used for building websites, and it is mainly used in the front-end development part. You understand? So but HTML is not the only tool that is used. So HTML is also accompanied with CSS and JavaScript, but HTML is like the first thing that you do. So I always like to relate the front-end part of a website to the human body. So HTML is like the skeleton, just gives it structure, like the bones in the body gives it structure. Then CSS is like the skin and the clothing, and the flesh and the muscles too, for the anatomists that want to argue with me. So CSS is everything from outside the bone to the clothes that you wear and the makeup, everything that will make it look presentable, that is on CSS. Then JavaScript is the functionality, the nervous system. Everything about the functionality is about JavaScript. So without JavaScript, you just have this beautiful looking site, but it cannot do anything. But we'll be focusing on HTML for this video, just HTML. So can you get a job with just HTML? I'll be very, very honest with you. No, you can't, because HTML, like I said, it should always be accompanied with CSS and JavaScript. Not only JavaScript, you can also use PHP and other things for HTML, but with just HTML, definitely not. You cannot get a job, except someone who just wants to give you a job to prove me wrong, but I doubt. So what next after HTML? CSS. After HTML, move to CSS. If you have already chosen that, okay, you want to learn HTML, the fact that you are here means that the next best thing for you to do is CSS. So let's dive. What we are going to do now, I wanted to start everything from scratch. So we are going to open the folder here. We are going to create the folder here and start coding from VS Code. So what we are going to do, we are going to create a new folder, new. I'll name it HTML crash course. HTML crash course. Then I'm going to right click on it and click on open with code. So if you don't have VS Code on your system, just check out my video on installing VS Code on your own. So I'll put that in the link in the description. I'll put the link in the description. So this is the folder that we just created and open. Yes, I trust the authors. When you open your VS Code, first thing you are going to do, you are going to create a file. I'm going to create this file. I'm going to name this file main.html. This .html is the file extension. So if it was a PDF file, it would be .pdf. If it was a video file, .mp4. If it was a picture file, .jpg. So since this is a HTML file, it is going to be .html. So before I start coding, there's one thing I want us to do, and it is to download an extension. So you come here. This is for explorer, this is for search, this is for source control, this is for run and debug, this is for extensions. So you come here and you search, you can see I have already installed it, Liveserver, Liveserver. So when you search it, it is going to come up Liveserver by Ritwikide, and you are just going to click install if you don't already have it installed. So I already have it installed, that is why I can either uninstall it or disable it, which I don't want to do. So I'm just going to close it. So you are just going to click install. It should take a few minutes or less, and when you are done, just click on go live. So you click on go live and it is going to open your default browser. So it is going to open your default browser. So before we start, you can see it has opened my default browser, Chrome. The next thing that we should do, you can see live reload is not possible without a head or body tag. So the next thing that we should do, we should start putting in codes, right? So VS Code has a shortcut. Just put in exclamation mark and press enter, and it should give you this boilerplate that you can start with. Before I go further, I want to give you guys the pathway that we're going to use to learn this course. So this is the pathway. So this is what we are going to these are the steps that we're going to take to learn this course. So the first thing that we're going to discuss is HTML structure. After HTML structure, we go to headings, paragraph, list tags, anchor tags, image tags, video tags, audio tags, form elements, input types, input versus text area, table tags, div tags, and finally semantic elements. Then any other thing we can do that might not be here, we'll cross it, then we'll just wrap it up. So you might not understand anything that I'm talking about here, and it's very fine. And again, one thing I have not mentioned, HTML does not require any prerequisite, so you can just come from anywhere. I don't want to say no way, you can just come from anywhere and start learning HTML. For the structure, this is the structure that was talked about in the pathway we just saw. So the first thing I'm going to mention that I'm going to show you guys is this doc type HTML. This is just telling the browser that this document is a HTML file. This .html is telling your computer that it is a HTML file, while this doc type is telling your browser that it is a HTML file. The second thing that we notice here is this. The second thing that we can see here is this HTML. So this is the opening HTML tag. This is the closing HTML tag, and everything inside your HTML is going to be inside the opening tag and the closing tag. So what do I mean by tags? In HTML, you put things inside tags. You cannot just write something. Yeah, it has to be inside the tag. Yes, it has to be inside the tag. So the biggest tag that you have on your HTML file is your HTML tag. So this is the opening HTML tag and this is the closing HTML tag. Again, if you don't understand, it's completely fine because we are going to talk about tags. In fact, 99.9993% of the things that we're going to be talking about is tags. So it's cool. Then attributes. This is an attribute. So this I'll also talk about attributes. So this lang here is just referring to the language. The language is what is English. EN stands for English. FR will stand for French, and ES will stand for what? Spanish. So I don't know the English code I don't know the language code in the world, but this is fine. So I am sure most of my audience will be English speakers, but if not, just go and Google it. It's that simple. So this is the this attribute here is for the language. Then we now have the head. So inside the HTML tag, we typically have the head and the body. So the head does not contain content for the site, it just contains information. The head contains what? Just information for the site. So we have these meta tags. Meta tags also contain information. The informations inside the head are put in as meta tags. So the meta tags contain metadata, And if you notice, these meta tags, they don't really have a closing tag. So you can see this is the opening tag of the body, this is the closing tag of the body, this is the opening tag of the head, this is the closing tag of the head, this is the opening tag of the HTML, this is the closing tag of the HTML. But the meta tags, they do not have closing tags. And why? Because you just pass in attributes. They are just for information, not necessarily for content. You understand? Just for information, not for content. I'll still go back to that. This is my title. So this meta tag, this attribute here is for character sets. So this character set is UTF-8. So it just means that this is the most updated character set. Like it contains, or maybe if you are watching it in the future, you might see UTF-9, UTF-10, I don't know. But this UTF-8 means you can use special symbols, you can use emojis. Before, you need to have some special HTML codes for different emojis, but now you can just put in an emoji on your HTML and it is going to reflect on the browser. So this is the character set. Then we have this other meta tag for the viewport. This is just talking about the screen size. So the content should be the device width and the initial scale should be 1.0. If you put it as 2.0, by default it is going to be what? Magnified. If you put it as 0.5, by default it is going to be what? Diminished by half. Then if you put it as 2.0, it's going to be magnified by 2. So basically, then this title, as the name implies, it is the title of your page. It is the title of your page. So I'm just going to put in my browser. I'm just going to put them side by side. So when I refresh, you can see live reload is not okay. Oh, sorry, I've not saved it. So once I refresh, okay, it should be working now. So I want to change this. You can see this is document. The title here is document. This is the title here. So if I were to do something like this, HTML class, and I save it, you can see it has now changed to HTML class. So I want you guys to understand that anything you see on a website, it is you as a front-end developer that is going to do it. That should make you feel proud of yourself. So anything that you are going to see on your website, it is your responsibility to build it. Every single thing, every single detail. Even this icon here, it is still your responsibility. So I'm going to show you guys. So I'll just go to icon finder. So I'll go to iconfinder.com. The link will also be in the description. So iconfinder.com, and I can just search for HTML. So I'll just search for it. Then I can use any one of this. I think I prefer this one. So I'm just going to right click on it, copy image address. So I want to copy the image address. I can just right click on it and copy image address. If you are using Microsoft Edge, you should see something like copy image link. So what I want to do, I want to add inside the head. Let's go back to my page. I can close this. So inside the head, I can just come here, link, and just put in a link. I am also going to explain all these things. So this one, this icon, this will be icon, and I'm just going to paste the link inside here, the link that I copied. But before I paste it, this is a link tag. It just basically it links the HTML file to other sources. So this rel stands for relationship. And what is the relationship? The relationship is icon. By the time we are doing CSS, you see a rel style sheet, meaning the relationship is what style sheet. Now this href is just basically the source of the document that you are linking it to. So in this case, it is this icon, so which I'm going to paste. And once I save it, you see that default web icon has changed, and this is what we now have here. So again, I'll reiterate that every single detail on your page on a website is the responsibility of a front-end developer. I'll reiterate, every single detail on your page is the responsibility of a front-end developer. Good. So the next thing that we're going to do, you can see everything is still empty. Why is it empty? Because the body is empty. The head is just for information. The body is for content. So the first thing that we're going to do, we put in a H1 tag. So we want to talk about headings. So headings, we have H1 to H6. So we put in H1 tag, and we can say hi Anton. And once I save that, we are going to see it. And again, this is why I used live server. So live server just ensures that once I save it on my VS Code, it is going to reflect automatically on my browser. So that's what's happening. You can see H1, hi Anthony. So this is the first tag that we're going to be treating, H1. So this is a header tag. So we have different header tags. We have from H1 to what, H6. We have H1. Alright, take a H1. This is a H1 tag. Just put the H in small letter. So I'll save it. You can see this is a H1 tag. I'll just 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll just save that. So you can see how they are decreasing in size. So H1 is the biggest. After H1 we have H2. After H2, H3, H4, H5, H6, and we don't have H7 tags. So we just have H1 to H6, and these are what? These are your header tags. So header tags are just for like subheadings and topics. So let's say you will have a blog. The title of your blog can be in a H2 tag, or you have a landing page. The key points on your landing page can be in your H1 tag. Let's say, for example, a company like Tesla now having a website, and in their H1 tag is advisable to have just one H1 tag on your page, and the rest can be H2 or paragraphs that you style to be like H1. You will still get into all of that. So it's advisable to have H1 on your page. So let's say a company like Tesla now, they can just have inside their H1, can just have their catchphrase, something like or what they are known for. So you can say something like electric cars sales, something like that, anything at all. So these are your header tags. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be like partitioning the site, the page, so that we know where we are. So I'll just be using a H2 tag. So I'll just write header tags. So these are my header tags. So we have from H1 to H6. So this hi Anthony is also in a H1 tag. And again, in HTML, you need your opening tag and your closing tag. So I'll add one. So how you put it, you put your less than sign, the name of the tag, which is H3, then you put your greater than sign. VS Code is so sweet that it completes it for you, but you will not put in your content. So this is a new content. This is a new content. Then you can put your less than sign in / it is also going to complete it, but I just want to show you guys your H3 and your greater than sign. Then once you save it, it is going to appear. Basically, this is how it is. This is about header tags. The next thing that we're going to go into is paragraph tags. Before I introduce paragraph tag, I want to introduce something, HR tag. So this HR tag is just to rule in a horizontal line. Simple. It does not have an opening tag, it does not have a closing tag. So it does not have a closing tag, it just has an opening tag. So you just put your less than sign, HR, then your greater than sign, and you save it. Then automatically you just see you just see your horizontal line. So in this case, we just need one of them. So I'm just kind of like using it to divide my page into different sections. So you know that, okay, here is the header tag. After that, we're going to the paragraph tag. After that, we're going to whatever I want to go to. So this is H3. Then you write paragraph tags. What is paragraph tag? Paragraph tags, they are tags that they don't come with any default styling. So if you see this H1 tag, right, they have default styling. You can see this is a H1. It is bold. Apart from the fact that it's bold, it is bigger than a normal text. This is also a H1. H2 is also bold. H3 is also bold. H4 is also bold, not as bold as the rest though, but it's still not the normal size. This is H5, but H6 is also smaller than the normal size. So your paragraph tag, you same thing, your less than sign P, then your greater than sign, then you put in what you want to put in. You put in your context in between the opening and closing tag. So I can write this is a paragraph tag. So I'll save it, and you can see no default, no styling whatsoever. It's just there, it's just plain. So this is how it is. So this is your paragraph tag. And typically when this is what you write most of the text inside. This is what you write most of the text inside. So all these header tags are just for subheadings. After you put in your subheadings, you use your paragraph tag to put in your text. Yeah, that's how it is. So one thing again, when you are coding as a developer, you might need some dummy text. So VS Code, and I think many development platforms have it. So you have Lorem. So just to create dummy text. So inside the paragraph, not only inside the paragraph, you can just type in LOREM and click on enter. But like I said, if you do it, it is going to work, but it is good practice, it is good habit to put text inside tags. It's not good to just dump it on your page like that, because number one, you will not be able to style it, you will not be able to manipulate it the way you'll be able to manipulate other things that are inside tags. So I'll still get to this. I'll be saying I'll get to many things. Okay, so as all these things, they are inside tag now. If I want to reference this is a paragraph, I can just come here and put something. I can put an attribute on this paragraph tag, and I'll be able to reference and style this is a paragraph tag however I want to style it. But if I just put in a text like that, I just put in something like this now, I will not be able to grab onto the letters like that. I need to grab onto a tag for me to be able to style it or manipulate it, basically. That's just what I'm saying. So for the lorem, you can just enter your paragraph tag, then you can just click on lorem, LOREM, and click on enter. It's just going to generate random text for you. And again, inside the paragraph, again, this thing does not have to be inside the paragraph tag. I can come here for H2, I can just say lorem and click on enter. If I save it, you can see same thing. So don't think of it as if it must be in a paragraph tag. Anthony said it must be in a paragraph tag. So after this, you can still put LOREM, then 5. So this will just give you what? It is just going to give you 5 words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you want something like 100, if you want 100 words, you can just say lorem 100 and click on enter. It is going to generate what? It is going to generate 100 words for you. You can see this one is is longer than the regular one that we have been having. So yeah, this is it for paragraph tags. This is it for paragraph tag. No biggie in paragraph tag. So after this, we put in our HR, we save that, then we move on to our next move on to the next thing. So what we have next is list tags. So list tags, let's put it in our history. List tags. You know what I want to do? I'll be doing something like this. This will be li. I'll just save it. Then paragraph tags, I'll put in my p. I'll just save it. Then header tags, and just say page 1 to page 6. So that, because I'm going to drop the link to this code, and so when you guys are looking at it, it will be clearer for you guys to understand. So list tags, no, not necessarily li, ul, and ol. So I'll just save that. So lists, they are list tags. They are just ways. It's just a way for you to arrange items on your in a list format on your page. Basically, that's just it. Just arrange items in a list format on your page. So we have ordered list and unordered list. So I will go with unordered list first before I go to ordered list. So I can say ul. You can see ul. So sorry, let me do that again so you guys don't see it was too fast. So I'll put in my less than sign, ul, my greater than sign, then pressing enter. So this, now I'm now going to put in other tags inside this particular tag. So this is something that's happened. So you think of it that this is the parent tag, then I'm going to put a child tag li, then this is the child tag. So it is inside this li tag now that I'll now start writing the items. So let's say I want to write shapes. So I can say square. If I save it, you'll see this is square. Say triangle. I can say rhombus. I can say when I wanted to use one weird shape. I just say circle. You can see all these things, they are appearing in a list format, and all this is, it is on ordered list. You can see it is just in bullet points or bullet points, yeah. So it is not numbered. So this is on ordered list. Let me put in a header h4. Sorry. Unordered list. So this is your unordered list, which is ul. I hope you guys are following. Please, if you have any question, just put it in the comment box. I'm going to reply with this video light. Thank you. So this is it for unordered list. So you can have as much as you can have so many lists. You can have so many items inside. Rectangle. So you can have so many things inside. And one thing I want to mention is that you are not supposed to just carry a li tag and just put it outside a ul tag outside a ul tag or an ul tag and just write it out. You understand? Li tags are supposed to be inside ul tags or ol tags. Ul stands for unordered list, ol stands for what? Ordered list. And li tags, they are now children of the ul tags. These are the terms that we use in HTML. So this ul is the parent tag, while these li tags, they are the words, they are the child, like the children tags, basically. Yes. So we have, let's see h4 again. Ordered list. Okay. So for my ordered list, ol, I can have same thing. I just change the u to o. Let's do it slowly. Less than sign ol, greater than sign, then you put in your less than sign / OL greater than sign. Sorry, one thing I forgot to mention. For these attributes, you don't need to cram them. Sorry, for these meta tags, you don't really need to cram what they are for. They are just there by default. It's just good. I just said it so that you guys just know why they are there. You get it? So you don't really need to cram them. In fact, you don't need to cram anything in HTML. By the time you are doing it over and over again, you see that it's just going to get used to you. I never for one day sat down and read a textbook and was like, OL is to create ordered list, UL is to create ordered list. No, never. It is just going to come very, very easy to you. It might not initially, but it's practice. So story of my life. So less than sign, LI, greater than sign, and this time let's put the list of greatest players. Let me see. LI, Pele, LI. Sorry, I'm supposed to be saving this thing. So you can see this is ordered list. You can see this is an ordered list. It is different from an unordered list because of the because of the number. So OL, once you put something in OL, it is going to give you a list that is ordered. You understand? So it is going to, you can choose by default. It is going to be numbers. This is Arabic numerals. It is going to be the normal numbers that everybody knows that it taught us in primary school. Yes, this is how it is. This is how it's going to be. Then you can also say OL. This time you can specify what you want. You can specify the let's just, you can say type. Then you can see if you select one, it is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. If you put A here, you can come here, LI. Let's say Premier League clubs, Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool. So you can see these ones now, it will be A, B, C. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. By default, it is 1, 2, 3, 4. I can as well just come here and say type 1. It is still going to be the same thing. It is not going to change anything. But if I come here and say type A and I save it, you see it is now going to be A, B, C, D. So I'm just going to leave all these things. I'm just going to leave this one like this. Then let's just come here again, OL. This will be type, let's say I. That small letter A obviously is going to be for small letters. So let's just put, let me just copy and paste all these things so that I will not waste too much time on the list. So this is going to be, okay, that is I. This will be, let me just change this to A. This will be I. Then this will be small letter I. So if I save all these things, you see they are already there without no content. You understand? Normally, if you put an empty tag, it is not even going to reflect. Let's try it. Definitely, if I just come here and say H1 and I save it, can see nothing really came. This is a new content. Nothing really came here. If I remove it and save it, okay, small negligible space, or you can see. But since all these ones are LI, it already knows that because of the fact that it is inside a OL tag, an OL tag or a UL tag, so it already assumes the position that I am a list. I cannot do anyhow because I am list. I'm the child of a list, of an ordered list. So So I have to behave like an ordered list. Basically, that's just what is happening. Let's find content to just put here. Let's say techno. Sorry, you have to put it inside, in between the opening tag and the closing tag. Techno, Infinix, Itel. Let's see, football, volleyball. I don't know if volleyball has space. Forgive me if I'm spelling it wrong. Then finally we have Benin, Asaba. Okay, good. So basically this is what we have. So you can see the difference between unordered list and ordered list. For unordered list, it just with bullet points, and you can use CSS to to change the style of these bullet points. You can use CSS to do that. But for ordered list, you can use HTML. So you just need to pass in an attribute. I've been talking about attribute. So I think it's time let me just talk about attributes now. So attributes, they are it is, I don't know the right terminology to use, but you use them to give HTML tags. They have different purpose. They serve different purpose. So use them to either give HTML tag reference, right? You can use it to reference a HTML tag. Uses of attributes. You can use them to reference HTML tags. Number two, you can use it to give HTML tags more information. The first thing, to reference HTML tag. Number two, to give HTML tag more information. Number three, to link HTML tags to external sources. We have seen something like that here in this link. So this href is linking it to an external source. So I've said it is to reference HTML tag. Reference HTML tag, giving it class and ID, classes and IDs, which we are going to go into when we are doing CSS. You can use it to give HTML tag extra information still in this head. So you can see character set, name, and all these things are extra information. Then you can use it to reference to link it to external sources. You can also use it to give it more functionality. And you can use it to define the form of that HTML, or the structure or the appearance of the HTML tag. So all these things I'm talking about, they are just theoretical, and it might seem like a lot, but I promise you it is not a lot. You just need to, by the time you are doing it more and more, you find out that everything is actually very chill. So this is all. I'm putting our H3. So yeah, HR. So you can see I'm putting my horizontal line. The next thing that we're going to go into is anchor tags. So what are anchor tags? Anchor tags, let's write it in our H3. Anchor tags. This is E, as you might have guessed. So anchor tags, they are basically to link your HTML file to different HTML, to link your website to different websites. Basically, that's what it is. On a smaller scale, or on our scale, I don't know if it's smaller or larger. On this scale that we are on now, we are going to use it to link this particular HTML file. We can link it to another HTML file, or we can link it to external website. So I'll put in my A tag. If I write A and click on enter, it is going to come in with this attribute href. It is going to come in with this href attribute. So I can now say, let's say I put in Google here, Google. If I save it, if I come here, you can see it is underlined by default. You can see if my mouse is hovering over all this stuff, I can, as in, it is like this I sign for copying. But if I come and hover over this one, you see that it is this pointer, so it is a link. You understand? It is an external link. So, but now if I click on it, nothing is going to happen. It is just going to refresh my page. Why is it refreshing my page? Because I have not put anything inside this href. It is empty. So let's say I put https://www.com and I save it. If I click on this link, where is it going to take me to? Correct, geniuses. It took me to Google. So this is how you can link a external website to your website. So I'm just going to do that for 2 different sites. So this is iconfinder.com, https:// this is where I also get my icons from. So you can say get an icon, and again this Google is here because I put it there. I can say something like my website. Does not mean that it will not take me to Google. It is whatever URL that is here, that is where it is going to take me to. So even if I click on this my website, it is still going to take me to where? It is still going to take me to where? Google.com. Good. So if I click on this one, it is going to take me to where? The icon site that we visited earlier. Okay, that's finally open. So you can see iconfinder.com. So it took me to this site. So one thing you might have noticed 2 things. Sorry, really one thing that you might have noticed. Or you might have not noticed anything, but you might have noticed that both of them, they are on the same line. Somebody just say, yes, I noticed it, and that's fine. I agree. So both of them are on the same line. And why? This is because anchor tags, they are inline level elements. Everything that we have been dealing with, they are block level elements. So block level elements, they take up 100% of their width by default. A block level elements, they take up 100% of their width, meaning they take up the whole width that is available to them. But anchor tags, they just take up the width that they need. You understand? They just take up the width that is for their content. Exactly, that is the best way to put it. They just take up the width that is for their content, while block and their inline level elements. So inline level elements, they take up the width that is just enough for their content, while block level elements, they take up the maximum width, meaning 100% of the width available to them. That is why Techno and Infinix are not on the same line. Techno took up 100% of its width, while Infinix took up 100% of its width. Itel also took up 100% of its width. Basically, that is what is happening. So a way to call that, I'm going to introduce a tag, and again, HTML ignores blank spaces. So I can do something like this, and I'll say it is still going to be like this. You're just wasting your time. So HTML ignores what? HTML ignores blank spaces. So one thing I can do, I can just put a BR tag. So BR tag stands for what? Stands for line break. So BR tag stands for line break. And to show you guys, let's just come in between Benin and Asaba. I can just put C, so that you will not think that because of this thing, if I put space here, nothing is happening. I'm saving, I'm refreshing, right click, I wanted to save it so that you guys will believe me. While I'm saving it, nothing is happening. And here you can see that it is refreshing. If you look at this thing, just look at it, you can see I'm saving it, nothing is happening. But if I put BR tag and I just save it, you see there is space in between Benin and Asaba. If I put another BR tag, you see the space has increased. So BR tag is just a line breaker. It's just a line breaker. So because of the fact that I put the BR tag in between these two anchor tags, that is why that's why this one now came down. If I put another BR tag here, you see there will now be more space in between them. So this is the first thing. I can just come here and put it here. It does not matter how much space. It does not matter whether you come to a new line or whether you do it on the same line. It does not matter. Just so long you put your BR tag there. Anyway, you put BR. I can even come and put BR here. If I put BR here and I save it, you see it has put a line break in between my and website. If I come and put BR here, it has put a space in between website and E. So just showing you guys. Good, very good. So last thing about anchor tags that I want to mention, a penultimate thing. So let's say you have a site. Let's put this facebook.com https / facebook.com, and let's say Facebook. So you can see get an icon and Facebook, they are now on the same line. So what can I do? Whatever can I do? BR tag, and that BR tag, once I save it, it's just going to add it, put it in a new line. So I'm just come here, put another BR tag so that there will be no space in between them, which is good. So if I click on this Facebook, it is going to take me to Facebook site, but it's not every time that I want someone to leave my link, to leave my website and go to an external website. So what you can just do, you can just put target blank. If you put target blank, it is an attribute, right? It is an attribute. Let me make it small so that you guys can look at it. Target equals to, so you know that blank. You can put the underscore. I found out that you can put the underscore or not. It's still going to work with that. So if I click on it now, it is going to open on a new tab. You can see it is going to open on a new tab. But if I don't put this target blank and I just click on it, it is going to open on that same tab, and the user will now be forced to leave my website and go to another website. After that, let's look at the next. The next is image tags. Okay, so the last thing is that I can create another file here. I can create another file and say in another page .html. See, you can see how I created this thing. I did not do another space page.html. Please, I'm begging you, if you are creating your HTML file, don't put space. If you want to use two words, just do it how I did it. Another, then the first word, the first letter of the subsequent word will just be in capital letter. We call it Pascal case. Sorry. We call this one camel case. Pascal case is, supposing A was in capital letter and P was in capital letter, that would have been Pascal case. But this one is camel case. Please either use camel case or Pascal case, or use underscore. So I can come here and say no underscore space .html. Now click on enter. It is still going to work. So I'll just put in my this thing. Then I can say hello. H1. Hello. I'll save this one. This other page, same thing. H1. Hello. So I'll save it. You can see nothing is, you might not really be seeing it now, but let's go to our main page. So if we go to our main page and we add extra links, so we can come here, we can say A, then this will be another, then this one will be no space. So you can just come here, you can say another page.html. You just put it inside the you just put the name of the HTML file inside the href. Just put the name of the HTML file inside the href. So this one will be no, you can see space .html, and we save it. So if I click on, you can see all of them are jam packed together. So let me just put BR tags in between them. BR. I'll save it. You can see now. So if I click on this another, it is going to take me here. Go back. If I click on no space, it is going to take me here. And in my no space, I can just add a anchor tag. You can say go home. Then I can write main.html. So I'll save it. So I can just click on this one. And it will take me back to my home page. So this is it for anchor tags. I've tried for anchor tags. Then I'll just put in my HR. I'll put in my HR, and it is here. Let's see what's next. Next is image tags. Image tags. You can use image tag to the image tag to add. You can use the image tags to add images to your page. Basically, that's just what it is. So what I want to do, I want to grab a folder that I created. So this is my assets folder. I'm going to be using it. I'll just grab it from here and paste it inside here. Inside my assets folder, let me just show you guys what I have. You can see these are the files that we have created: main.html, namespace.html, another page.html. This asset folder, I just have this image, then I have audio, I have another image, and I have a video, Good. So let's put h3, and if I come here, you'll be able to see that the assets folder is here. So h3 image folder img save. So image folder, like I've said, times the top number is used to add images to your page. So you do that with img. Image tag by default have two attributes. If I save it now, nothing, you see nothing is going to really happen. So if I put, let's see which image I want to copy. So these are so let me just say field. Let's just say field. So if I come here, I can just say field, field, and I save it. You see. So this alt. So these are the two attributes. The first attribute is src. Second attribute is alt. So the alt is the text that will be written if something is wrong with the link that you put. If something is wrong with the src. So this alt is it stands for alternate text, and it is also good for screen readers. So let's say you are creating a site for blind people. Okay, not only for, if it's for blind people, you're not putting in it. But if you are creating a site for that you also want blind people to be able to access, when you put, let me say, if you see, if you use browser, if you use like your laptop to go through Twitter, and you just hover over some of the images. Let's say Barcelona now uploads the picture after losing 2-1 to Girona. If you hover, or if you like hover your mouse on it, they'll just say something like a picture of Barcelona losing the score result of Barcelona versus Girona. Barcelona lost to Girona 2-1, something like that. You get? So this is how it is. This is about images. So the alternate text is the text that is going to appear if the src is not correct, is invalid or non-existent. And apart from that, even though it is there, it also helps with screen readers. because it's just like an alternate text. So what I'm going to do, I'll just copy, right click, and copy image address. Don't click on copy image, it is copy image address. I'll just come here, then I'll just paste it in, I'll save it, and you can see I have added a very nice image to my website. So I can add different images. Let's see another image. This is Asian woman. Just copy image. So here now I can just say Asian woman in a white gown. So I can just come here and save it. Okay. Alright, I'll save it, and if you see, you can see Asian woman in the right hand. One thing I want to do, if I come here and remove this A from here and save it, you can see Asian woman in a white gown. So I have altered this link, meaning it has rendered the link but invalid. So I've altered the link and it is now showing Asian woman in a white gown. So that if for any reason the network did not load or something happened, it is still going to show that what I want, and this sign here is going to show that an image is supposed to be here. What is the image that is supposed to be here? An Asian woman in a white gown. Okay. One thing that you also notice that both of them are on the same line. If let's put the image back and let's see if I enlarge my screen, you see both of them will be on the same line. Why? Because images are also they are also block level elements. Images are also block level elements. So what I will do, I'll just put a BR tag in between them, BR, and click on it, and I'll save it. You will not really see anything now, but if I do this, you see that they are no longer on. You see that they are no longer on the same line. Yeah, that's just it. Again, these are external images. I can also put in images internally. So how will I do that? You can see if I open my file, I'll go to my assets. The images, they are inside my assets folder. So what will I do? Say image, and write assets. This is the name of the folder, Abby. I cannot just come and type. Remember here, we just typed another page.html and no space.html. Why? Because both of them were inside the same folder as this name.html. But this asset now, they are not like inside, like this image inside assets now. They are not in the same folder with this name.html. So we have to specify the path. You understand? You have to specify the path. So that's why I'll now have to call the name of the folder first, which is this. This will be. Sorry. Let's put a ALC first, so that we know. We'll see what we're doing. Let's say define that. Sorry. Define. Okay. Good. So you can see. If I just come here now, if I just come here, what is the name of the picture? AJM2859.jpg. If I just come here and just type AJM_2859.jpg and I save it, what is going to happen? They are still going to see a fine one. Why? Because I did not reference the folder that it is inside. So I have to first say assets. After I write the name of the folder, I'll not put /, then before I'll not put the name of what? The name of the picture that I want to put. Or if I want to still put another picture, I'll have to say /image /image before I'll not see this other image that is inside. If I cannot put oig.jpeg. You understand? So good. So for the next one, for this one, it will be /agm. So once I save that, you can see this is what has happened. What is happening is that the image is too big for the screen. The image is too big for the screen. So what can you do? What can we do? We can add attributes. Attributes can also be used to control the appearance of HTML elements on your page. So this attribute can add attribute of width. You can say the width should be 300, let's say width should be 400 pixels. The width is smaller than the height. Let's say 250 pixels. Then we can say height. We are no need to edit the height. Let's just say the width is 300 pixels. So once we save it, you see, you can see it just automatically shrink it down. It just makes the width 300 pixels. And if you want to confirm it, I can just come here and say width 300 pixels. You see that both of them, let me put my BR. You can see that both of them will be the same width. You can see both of them are exactly the same width. You get. So you can also specify the height. So if I say height should be 300 pixels, it's now be like a square. You see, that's now distorted the image. So most of the time you want to just edit only the width, except you are good in you understand the image aspect ratio well and all those stuff. So I'll remove this. I'll just remove the width and height from this Asian lady. So this is the default one. So this is this picture. And again, so if I now edit something, here, you see I've now edited the URL. It is now invalid, and that's why that's if I know is there. Good. So I want to show you guys another image. img. This will now be, this is I think it's Netflix something. No, let's just say font. So I can come here, I can say assets /image/oig.jpg. so once I save it, you will see, and the width is also too much, so I can just say width should be, let's say 500 pixels. So if I save that, you can see. So basically, I've shown you guys how to link from external sources. I've shown you guys how to link from direct folders, and I've shown you guys how to link from folders inside folders. So this is it for images. So next on, let's put our HR. After HR, H3. So next on our list is what? Video tag. So video tags are also, they are just very similar to, they are very similar to your images, right? They are very similar to your images. So what you just put in your video, then you can get, I think I saw a video from here, you can get external videos. So this is an external video. I'll just right click on it, copy link address. I think copy link copy video address. Sorry, this is copy video address. So I can just paste this thing here. If I paste it here, let's see what is going to happen on my page. Nothing really, it is there, but we cannot see it. Why? So we need to add controls. Just putting controls as an attribute. So when we save it, you can see it is now going to, when you add controls, you will not be able to control it. You understand? So you need to, when you are adding an If you are adding a video, you need to add these controls here. Then you can also say autoplay. So if you put in autoplay, by once the page starts, it is just going to start playing. Then you can pause it if you want, stuff like that. So you can also adjust the width and height. So I can say width should be 500 pixels. So if I save that, you see it is going to be 500. It is going to be 500 pixels. Good. So this is adding a video from an external source. No AOT required really, because yeah. So let me remove that autoplay ability. I'm just showing you guys like something you can do, but I want to remove it so that I know finish my data and all that. So this is video. This is video. So let's put it from an internal source now. Let's say, okay, let's look at, we have a video. After video slash, you can see we have it is even in assets set. So we have to first go through assets. Explain that. We have to first go through assets slash video slash this Rick and Morty episode. So if I save it, as we know, we will not really see anything. We now have to add what the controls. So when we add controls, that is where we now know that this is the video that is here. Then after adding controls, if you add controls, if I play it, this is let's see, I don't know why it is just white. I still don't know why, but no problem, at least this one will work. So it will be so it's cool. After video, let's put our HR horizontal tag H3, and we have audio tags. So let's see audio tag. So audio tag, same thing. Putting my audio, then I'll write in assets. This is for my SRC assets slash, and again when I'm writing assets is because I have the asset folder. You guys remember when I put in this asset folder? Supposing I don't have asset folder, the audio was just here or image was just here, I'll just write the name of the image, you understand? But because of the fact that it is inside the asset folder, that is why I have to reference the assets. Then I'll now reference the audio, so I'll now reference the recording. So once I save that, you should still not see anything directly until you add the controls. So once you add controls, you can now see so you can now play it. Hi guys, good evening. So this is the test recording I just did. You guys can see, so everything works. So you can add recordings to your website. You can also add videos, and something you can do, you can set the recording to audio play, and you can even reduce the visibility of this audio. So you just hide this tag, so when the user enters the site, you can just greet the user like, hi, good morning, welcome to the site, something like that. If you feel like, I'm just saying, so something you can do. This is supposed to be a video, more than audio, but I don't know why, but definitely it's supposed to be case thinking about as an audio. Came out as an audio. I'm thinking it is because of the file type. maybe NGV is not, I don't know, that's what I'm just thinking. So let's go regardless. So next step is form elements. So after audio tag, we're going to form elements. So let's say h3, sorry, hrf, form elements. So let's say h3, form elements. So form elements, basically they are just what you put inside the form, the normal typical things that you put inside the form. So we have our inputs, we cover form elements and input types together. So we have our form. So this action you just remove it. Is when you want to submit the form, when you have a backend or something, that's when you normally use that action. So inside this form is a container, right? It is a container, and you use it to like you put form HTML form elements inside. So one thing we can use is inputs. So we have different type of input. So this is input text, right? You know what? I want to put BR here so that it is not going to be too down. Something like this. Good. So this is input text. So I can put in any text I want, letters, numbers, anything. This is for input with the type of text. I can say input with the type of what? Password. The type of password. So once I save that, it is, I'm going to put in my PR. It is going to be hidden. You understand? So if I put in any password, if I put in anything, it is going to be hidden. So normally this would be something like enter your name. This would be enter your password. Good. Exactly. Then after password, we have type of number. So once I save that, it is going to take only numbers. It cannot take numbers. It is only going to take letters. It cannot take numbers, and it is going to have like this increase and decrease buttons. I can click on it. After number, we can have email. This email is just going to it is going to be an email share. So it just has like a check whether it is a valid email. So if you try to submit this form now, it is going to tell you that this is not a valid email. Let's just try to submit it. You can see, please include an @ in the email address. SS is missing an @. So you can see it just like does a check to see if it is a valid email. So after email, we can have different input types. Tel. This tel is for telephone number, basically. Just for, you cannot put it is for telephone number. That is what it's supposed to be for. Surprised that letters are entering. So one thing I want to mention again before I go into other different input type, you can put in placeholders. So I can say placeholder will be enter name. If I save it, you see this is now enter name. So once I just start typing, it is going to remove. I say placeholder will be enter password. this can be placeholder, enter age, then you can see stuff like that. Then value and placeholder, they're kind of different. So value, I can say something like Jubemi. So imagine that, let's use this. So the value is, imagine that at me.com, this is the value. Then I can also change, I can also put a placeholder as enter email. You can do this for any of the input types, so I just decided to use email. So if I clean this now, so the value, it is going to be there, like like for placeholder, once you just start typing, it is going to remove. Once you just start typing, it is going to remove. But for the value, you have to erase everything first before you start typing. So that's the difference. Then tell for all righteousness. Let's just see. Okay, so we also have different types of input. We have checkbox. So not placeholder. Checkbox. So this is just for your normal checkbox. So if you want to check something, you just check it. Then you also have radio. But this radio, once you check it, you cannot uncheck it. So that's the difference between checkbox and radio. Once you check it, you cannot uncheck it. But for radio, there is a bypass to it. So let's have two. So if I have two radios, once I check the two of them, I cannot uncheck. You can see I'm trying to click it, I cannot uncheck anyone. But if you give both of them the same name, so let me say name, I say gender, name, I say gender. Let me enlarge this. So you can see both of them are the same inputs. Let me put this thing here. So both of them are the same inputs. So the same type. So since I've given them the same name, I'll be able to choose only one. If I select one, the other one will be select. If I select the other one will be select. So basically, this is how it is. So I have to choose only one if I am working with. If I give both of them the same name, but if I just change it from gender to gender, I can now check both. I can check both of them, and I will be able to uncheck it. So basically, this is how it works. Then other input types that we have time or dates. We have dates. This is just like a calendar for you to select your dates. Then you also have time. So you can just put this date is more often used to tell the user to select their birthday or something, and time for him. So it's still cool. Then range. Finally, we still have lots of chemicals, definitely not everything about it. So range, I say, and again you can on your own just go through them. So HTML is not, you just need to know the key things that you are going to be using to build website every day, because there is something like color. I can say that most of you guys have not seen something like this on a website before. But something like this now might be good for a makeup website. Let me say you want to order a makeup now, then you can just tell the user to select what color they want. You can select the color. You can use JavaScript to get the color, and you deliver what they want. So something like that, you can just be creative in whatever you're doing. But I'm saying that it is not every single HTML tag in this life that you need. You just need the popular ones that you just need the popular ones. Then if you want to do something and you don't know how to do it, you just to ask Google or to ask me. Anyone? So inputs, if you put an input to the type of submit, it is going to give you a button. It is going to give you a button. And for that range, let me just put that range. For that range, you can give it a value. So the value is in percentage. So if I say 90%, it is going to be close to 100. And you can also edit it something like this. So it's good. So you can also say to create a button, because we are on form element. So create a button, you can just say click that button. So once you save, you can see. So all these are clickable buttons, and why they are refreshing is because they are inside a form. So by default, a form, once you click on it, it is going to refresh. So you use JavaScript to change that behavior if you don't want to change it. But that's not an actual function. Now let's just take a look what we're doing. So let's put HR, horizontal line. Let's see what is next. Text area. So text area is also for inputs. I guess remove all this stuff. So if I save it, you can see it is something like input, but it is better. Better is for how to use it. It is just like it is for collecting text. But for inputs, it is just on a straight line. Like you can see, it is just on a straight line. But for text area, it is not. So text area, it is not just limited to a straight line. So when you use inputs, is like if you want to just collect short information. But for text area, will be for long information, like send us a message, send us an email, and all this type of stuff. Yeah. So good. Going well. So we have table tags. So H3 table tags table. So table tag is just for you. It is just to create a table in HTML. So your table tag, you put in table. So this is the opening tag. I think you should already be very comfortable with this by now. This is sorry, I don't put this inside a form. So this is my table tag. So I can come here. I can say T head. So T head is for table head. T head just stands for table head. Then I can say TH. So this will now be the cells inside the table head. Let me just say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So if I save that, you see 3 of them are like this. I can now come here. I can say table T body. T body is now for table body. Then I can say TD. This is like table data, something like that. Then I can now put in my I can say rice, beans, and then bread. Sorry, you have to put this in your row first. You have to put it in your row. So you have to say T arrow before you now put in your TD. So you have to put in if you are putting something inside your table, you have to put it in a row first. So you can see how it is now arranged. So you have to put it inside a row before you put it inside the body. So if I want to create another row, I'll just come and say T arrow, then I can say TD. This will be, let me just copy this one and paste twice. This can now be on vegetable color. I'll say we can see. Then one thing we can do again, TR. This time I'll just put 2 CD. Say curry and ice cream. Okay. So if I save it, you can see it is only 2 that I put, but I can do something like this: call span, then I'll say 2, meaning this Gary should span 2 columns, and it is now going to be here. So these tables, you can style them with CSS. You can style this table with CSS. I'm going to release a video with styling tables specifically, because it is something that gave me problem and still gives me problem. But I'm going to do a dedicated video, dedicated to styling just tables. So this is just about tables. Some people have T foot for table foot. That is where they will now put, let me say they were calculating something, then they will now put total, then the total will span like 4 or 5 columns, then they put the total there. So, but this is okay for tables. I hope I subconsciously I might be trying to rush this class, but I hope you guys are still following. If you understood all the way from here, then this place should not give you issue. So if you are just using opening and closing tags, right? And again, if this place gives you issue, please don't be hard on yourself. Just be like, no problem, it's cool. Seriously, that's what you just be like, because most of the time you might not even get to use table ever. You might not even get to use table, because you can use grid to do what you can use CSS to create table without using table tags. So it just depends on your style of coding. So we have div tags and semantic elements. So div tags, they are containers, right? They are containers, just the same way. Okay, sorry, let me not go to that analogy first. I'll go to it eventually, but not now. So div tags, they are containers, and they are used to separate different HTML elements on your web page. I'll come again. Div tags, they are containers, and these containers are used to separate different HTML elements on your web page. Sharp. What do I mean? Sorry. HR history, div tags, div. Okay, so I can come here now. I can say div. If I come here and I say div, notice going to happen. It is just a container. The best way to do this would be to use it with CSS, like adding a little bit of CSS to show you guys. So I can say h1 card. I'll save it and come here. I can say paragraph Lauren 20. I'll save this. Then I'll bring another div. I can say h1 again, your card, paragraph, Lauren. So you can see, you might not really see anything sharp, but if let me just add small tiny CSS style. Then I can say div background color, let's say brown. So if I say, you can see both of them are now separated. You can see both of them are now separated. So this is my first div, this is my first div, this one, this is my second div, this one. So divs, they are containers. You just use them to house different, you just use them to house like different HTML elements and put on your page, Okay, so after divs, we now have our semantic elements. So let's say HR, we have semantic history, semantic elements. So semantic elements, they are also containers, but these containers, they now have they now expect the browser knows what type of content to expect inside these containers. For your divs now, your div tags, you can be anything. You can put anything in this world inside a div tag. In fact, you can even put the whole body itself, as in not the body tag, but like everything inside your body, you can put it inside the div tag. It is, and nobody is going to arrest you. It is, as in, it's very, very, very allowed. So semantic tags, they are containers that like the browser knows what to expect inside them. So the analogy I like using, let's say you have a container of salt and you have a container of sugar. If you put both of them inside div, you will not really be able to tell the content unless you open it and even to an extent try to taste it before you are able to see that, oh, this is salt, this is sugar. But when you are using semantic elements, it is like a label. It is like the labeled container. It is container with label. So what are examples of semantic elements? We have header, we have article, we have footer, we have aside, we have main, we have main, 1 2 3 4 5, we have main, we have nav. So you can see this is a like graphical representation of semantic elements, right? And also as it is also using div. So you can see this non-semantic HTML. You can just use div everywhere. We use span. Span is something I'm going to teach you guys when we're doing CSS. But you can see for semantic HTML, use header, nav, aside, footer, section, figure, paragraph, article, and all these things. So how I put it now? Just imagine you had a blog, right? You have a blog page and you put your blog, the writing inside, you put it inside this article. You get, the browser is going to be able to tell that, and even Google itself is going to be able to tell that before looking inside before looking at the content of the div, it is going to be able to tell that this is what I expect to be inside this div. I expect an article to be inside this div. To be inside this container. I expect an article to be inside this container. This is what I expect to be inside this container. But for divs now, if you don't know what to expect, you can expect anything and everything. So it is better to use semantic style of writing codes as opposed to using normal non-semantic style of writing codes. So this is where we are, and we have finished with the 14 things I had in mind for us to do. But I want to talk about comments because I've not talked about comments. So comments, they are used for documentation. So it's just it does not reflect on the browser. So anything that I put inside the comment, it is not going to reflect on the browser. So let's say, for example, now this first div, if I want to comment it out, I'll just put in my less than sign, my exclamation mark, then double dash, then I'll just come here, HTML, I don't know what they were thinking. This is it. So if I save it, you see that first one has vanished, that first one has gone forever. So this is how you comment things out on HTML. And another way you can do it is with VS Code shortcut. So you can just highlight what you want to comment out. So let me highlight this H2 that I used to do orientation. So I can just highlight it and just do CTRL and / together. It is going to comment it out and it is going to vanish. So what is the use for comment? So let me say, for example, you want to check how the website will be without this particular line of code or this particular group of code. You can just comment all of them out, and then you'll be able to see that, okay, this is how it is. And also it is used for documentation. So let me say you are working for a company. Most of the time you will not be working for yourself, or you will not be working alone. So it's just good to, for example, you are coding something, you want to put a div inside another div inside the paragraph. You will not be like, this is why I am doing this. You just write it in a comment. You can just put it in something like this. I am doing this for this reason. It is not going to show on your listing. It is not going to show on the code. There was even a story where somebody put his phone number or his email on inside a code I worked on for how many years ago in one of all these big companies. So it was later, after about 20 years ago, someone now called him and was like, I saw your phone number and all these things. So you get all these things that are just for documentation. So this is the end of the class. One thing I want to show you guys, this is a site that I built. So as time goes on, I'll still teach you guys how to host websites and do different stuff. This YouTube channel, I'll be uploading videos more and more. So this is a website that I built. This is a video that I linked. So it is, if you click on it, it is going to play. I'm getting the video from an external source. This video is about 700 MB, so that is why sometimes it's going to take time to load. You can see all these things, every single thing here is with coding. This is JavaScript. The numbers moving is with JavaScript, but everything else here is with, it is the work of the front-end developer. And you can see built by Jibomi and Tony. If I click it, it is going to take you to my LinkedIn profile. Sign in. So basically, you guys can follow me on LinkedIn, and if you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe for more. I'll keep you guys posted. I'll always be giving you guys the best and top quality content. Thanks. Good night, everyone. Like, subscribe, share, and turn on notification. Thank you. Bye.